So we can kind of see these two different dimensions of experience. These are states of being, states of living, and we can call these heaven and hell. Now we can see heaven is the state of being, the state of existence where we find belonging because we have found validation internally through our soul truth. We can call this our Christed identity. We can call this the identity as a child of God and being validated by God directly. This is what opens our heart and stops us from seeking the approval of hell, which we can see as the old world that is rooted in suffering, pain, and fear, that is rooted in comparison, shame, guilt, judgment. When we are trying to seek the approval of that world, we are living in hell because we are abandoning our soul. And I see this visually. When we abandon our soul, we basically dim our light, and it's actually a suppression. It's like, imagine your soul is really expansive. It's this big, bright, expansive light. And when you're trying to identify as a child, a person of the world, you're having to suppress. It's almost like you're having to suck your soul into a containment. And that actually creates illness, it creates sickness, and it perpetuates self-doubt. You're trying to find approval of a world that doesn't want your light, that doesn't want you to shine bright. Because the light that you carry, which is the living light of the true Christ, is a threat to that dimension, the dimension of hell. The light that you carry is here to anchor and be a part of the true kingdom of heaven, which is a dimension of love. And so, for so long, we can internalize the rejection of hell, the cruelty of that world, the cruelty of that dimension, and we can misplace it and misunderstand it as the cruelty of God. And this is where such a big healing takes place, a core healing of the core wound of humanity, which is a mistrust in God, which is a mistrust in life, because we've internalized all the rejection of hell, and we believe that it is a cruelty of God, when truly God would never allow us to abandon our soul and find belonging in the dimension of hell. And so we will come up against a lot of rejection and resistance until we realize that it is because the light that we carry, the light that you carry, is such a threat to the darkness of that dimension that wants people to stay in a state of fear and suffering. And this is what heals the heart. And this is what begins the process of internal validation. We realized we were never abandoned by God. We were never orphaned by God. This is a healing of the false identity of the orphan that most people carry on some subconscious level because of the internalization of the rejection of hell. But God never wanted you to belong in hell. You were never destined to belong in hell. You were destined to anchor heaven. You were destined to live in a state of love, of peace, of joy, of fulfillment, of oneness with your Creator, with God, as a child of God. This is the claiming of the true Christed identity that dissolves the old identity of pain and rejection and abandonment. And it's a process. And I've created this video series. I'm continuing with this video series. I'm repeating a lot of the same things. And this is just to help the subconscious integrate. When we hear things repeatedly, it helps the heart to receive and the layers of our subconscious to receive. So just allow this perspective. You can take this perspective, meditate with it, meditate on it, journal on it, and just begin to really allow that perspective to sink in, that the cruelty of the world is not the cruelty of God, your creator, that loves you, that knows you so well, that would never want you to abandon your soul. So I'm trusting that this video is going to find exactly those who it's meant to.